G'day, you lovely misfits and freaks!
Welcome to the Deadzone, and this short little update video on me basically telling you what the hell's been going on recently. If people don't really care for this update video, long story short, I'll be uploading a new video soon. Apologies for all the delays. If you're still around, good. I'll try to keep this short as I'm currently editing something up as we speak, and I want to kind of get this out, in a day or two. So let's get this moving along. So one of the main things that's got me tied up lately is that I was a main character, known as Xander, in a student film called Roll Initiative. It's heavily inspired by an internet TV show, a little TV show called Critical Role, if anyone's heard of that. It's, Dungeons and Dragons sort of inspired. It's not the same sort of show where we're, sitting around playing Dungeons and Dragons. It's more so giving off the idea of what it might look like if you were to turn Dungeons and Dragons into a movie. Rather than just watching people play the game, you kind of see like a video interpretation of it being played out, so sort of seeing these characters do these things and sort of taking the piss a bit, breaking the fourth wall, all that sort of jazz. I've been given permission, though, to show the movie when it comes out. I might have to give it a little bit of time, so he can do his own thing with it first. I've got to wait for him to edit it, all that jazz. It doesn't go for very long, it's about 10 minutes or so. Worst case scenario, if I can't upload the whole thing, I definitely have permission to show off footage where I'm in it and where I'm doing my thing in it. It's something where I will update you guys more on in the future. Now, no pressure, I wasn't forced or asked to do this, this isn't a fucking paid advertisement or anything like that, but they have an Indiegogo page. It's basically up there to pay for costs, such as, the location prices, paying the prop makers and things like that. The actors themselves are not getting paid. This is a student film, so don't think that I'm being compensated for this or anything. You are paying for simply the costs of the area and all the little bits and things like that that it would cost to make a film. They do also have some rewards that you can pledge for, such as some of the props that we use, like the swords or the bows. I myself am going to buy some of the props, mainly the props that I used, because I'm a very sentimental prick. You can also get some posters and a copy of the film itself. Take into account, though, that this is in Australia, so I'm not 100% sure if they will ship to places like America or places that are a lot further away. They probably will, it just depends. You'll have to check the GoGo page itself. Whether you pledge or not, don't worry, it's fine, it's all good, it's all hunky-dory, it's gonna come out anyway. This is just something to give back to the director and all the other little peeps on the sidelines that helped out a bit. All that jazz. Again, I'll update you guys on this in the future when I receive more updates on it. Now, the other big thing that's happened recently is I've been working with a company called Hobby King as essentially their painter, but also kind of like their prop maker sort of thing. The deal was basically, I help them with their props, and I get to keep some of those props in return, in compensation, and I also get to keep some of the resources that I was sent, such as paints and other glues and supplies, all that fucking hunky-dory shit. They mentioned Wonder Woman to me, and so I was like, okay, if that's what you want. So they sent me the supplies. I got to work, tried putting everything together when it was 3D printed, sending it down, all that complicated shit. It's all boring. But yeah, it came out very nice overall. I'm gonna try and post some things on the social media after this. And the other things that I did, may have involved a small prototype and then, a bigger version of it that I didn't quite finish, but, overall, I think it still looked good. I'll post pictures of it and stuff later, but, I kinda liked it. Unfortunately, I also didn't have a lot of time to do these things, which is why the big helmet here wasn't finished, and why I haven't been able to put out a lot of content, because all my time has really just been sunk into this. Now that the main purpose of these has been accomplished, which was to essentially show off these items at this year's Oz Comic Con in Sydney, I can chillax a bit more now. Everything has served its main purpose now, so I can tweak the helmets as I please, and I can start to edit some things up, sort of have a little bit more free reign on what I want to do. So you should expect some things again in the near future. The last main thing that's been going on behind the scenes is that I have now been officially hired as an entertainer for a specific company. I can't really talk about it yet, or at least I shouldn't, because the job's not done yet. Once the job is done, then I will feel a hell of a lot more comfortable about talking about it here, and I promise to just unload and talk about it, and yeah, have good times, all that jazz. But right now,
Mouth is shut.
now the last couple things I wanted to mention involve the channel a lot more, one of them being the Patreon. As for the Patreon, I want to make that a lot more simple, and I'm probably only really just going to have one simple tier, and that's just to donate. If you want to donate, feel free to. Maybe I'll add or keep one, you know, something like that. Just make it a hell of a lot more fucking simple. And, you know, I want to focus more on the channel and creating content for you guys. I've also noticed that a lot of people who donate, they don't really expect anything. They just donate. And thank you, everyone who has donated and who may have donated in the past and then stopped. No offense is taken. Thank you all greatly. And for people who are currently donating to me, if you want some of the things that you may have pledged for still, feel free to message me. We'll get it done. I made a commitment, and I'm gonna stick to it. I've also noticed that regardless of the Patreon, people who want work done, they tend to just contact me using my work email or through the Discord, through YouTube, all that jazz. I'll leave that stuff open. If you guys want stuff done, feel free to go for that. The best way though is through my email or Discord, and I'll have the Discord and the email in this video.
The Discord link will be in the description.
Haven't streamed in a while either, and I kind of want to change that. I want to make it a bit more lively. I kind of just want to work on that a little bit more first before I perhaps go back into the streaming area. And a lot of people didn't really come for streaming necessarily, that they came for just, you know, sort of silly antics or me doing all the voices and all that jazz. And I can incorporate that into my streams like I have in the past, but I don't know, I want to work on that a bit more. I've been searching through the comments, and I kind of want to do something with those soon. And thank you all so much who have been so positive and so patient with everything that's been going on, and even my artists and other fans have mentioned it. Fuck, you're all so sweet. But yes, more content will be out soon. Sorry for the long banter here. Hope you all have a nice day.
Take care. Bollocks. Thought I was going to say Wikiface, but it didn't. Wikiface!